Hey, hey. Oh, you were just about to go to sleep? Sorry. My new schedule has me working nights, so. What's up, everybody? I missed y'all. Aw. I've gotten so many congratulations on the promotion. It's made me feel really special. My manager at the job I just left sent me like an edible bouquet today of like chocolate strawberries and little fruits and everything. It was so nice. It almost made me cry, to be honest. I was like, oh, like just saying goodbye to everyone yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna miss my team so much. I have a new team now, and I really like them. Got to meet a bunch of people today. Get used to my new duties as an assistant manager. It's a lot, like a lot. It's gonna take me a minute to really get into a flow for it, but I think I got it. I think I can do it. Oh, thank you, Justin. So, no, she didn't get me edibles. I've actually never talked to. I almost said her name. I don't want to out her like that, but I've never talked to her about smoking or anything like that. I know for sure she doesn't, but I don't know how she feels about other people. But yeah, no, she got me like regular edible things, like cantaloupe and grapes and chocolate strawberries. Hold on, wait, I can show you what she got me. Isn't this so sweet? Here's my little congratulations balloon. Like, this was so nice. No, Scooby, you can't have it. It's like you haven't opened it yet. I guess you don't want it. Like, I'm gonna eat it later. Thank you. They give gifts that. There, I gotta get a job in Las Vegas. I mean, this is the first time I've ever left a job and gotten like a gift like that or anything for moving on, but that's just because my former manager at the old hotel I worked at was just the best. We got along very well, and we plan on staying in touch, going forward. Now that I'm officially not her employee and we're at, not equal levels of management, but both in management, I'm like, let's go get a drink because I have a feeling that would be a good time. Oh, congrats, Zach. Yes, we shall talk later. What do you mean, what happened, Remy? Plot twist, it's an edible arrangement. If she did that without telling me, I would actually be mad. I don't mind when people are like, hey, you want to try some of this? But don't surprise me with that. That freaks me out. How many people do we have in here? I want to explain the family emergency to everyone, but I don't want to explain it a couple times. I want to say it once and then be done with it. Oh yeah, we were talking about the promotion. I suppose there's enough people in here. I'll just talk about it. Hey, Angel Lover. So, the family emergency, the reason I haven't been posting any videos and probably won't until, honestly, probably until like Thursday, maybe Friday, is one, because I'm switching over the job and it's so much. Like, I'm very tired at the end of my shift, and mentally, I still have to kind of be at work, and it's going to take me a minute to get used to that. Hey, Zakia. I mean, I still work for the same company, Telty, so I can't really discuss anything about my place of work. If it was a different company altogether, I'd be glad to dish it all out, but still the same company. I don't want to rustle any feathers. And everything is okay now, Zakia. And yeah, I saw I'm up to 4.46. I'm slowing down in terms of growth, but obviously I attribute that mostly to I haven't been posting nearly as much as I did during the pandemic, which makes sense. I mean, I just don't have as much time, but still, it's going up. It's going good. But anyways, there's everything going on with work, which is a reason for a delay in content. I do apologize. I promise I'm going to continue on with, Shadow and Bone, start the leftovers, blah, 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 blah. Ooh, thanks, Zakia. This won't be my typical wear. I will have a uniform as an assistant manager, but in the meantime, I get to wear just any collared black anything, and this is the only collared black shirt that I have, so I get to dress up and look nice. But the family emergency that happened is my sister last Monday night, she had a brain hemorrhage, so she was literally 15-20 minutes away from dying. Luckily, she did get to the hospital just in time, got it taken care of. She's now discharged and back home, but I mean, she has to take it really easy because it was stress-induced. There's still blood pooled up in there, so it's going to take about a week or two for it to fully go away and her to feel like 100% again. And it is highly a genetic thing, so it freaked me out really bad. I was like, should I go get a CAT scan? Because I've been having headaches like every day, and I would prefer not to have an issue like that. But according to the doctor, the kind of headaches I've been having should not be related to that at all. But I will still be making a doctor's appointment to pinpoint what is causing them, because I don't want to have anything be seriously wrong. But yeah, my sister is okay now. I mean, I say okay, it's relative. Like, she's still at a point where, the doctors are going to have to check up on her soon just to make sure, nothing went wrong. But if, she's well enough to not be in the ICU anymore, so things are looking okay. It was just really scary there for a minute. So yeah, any thoughts and prayers you guys are able to send my sister's way, would very much appreciate it. I'm not a religious person myself, but it certainly can't hurt, and I don't want anything bad happening to, my sister, my mom, because my mom's going to be going in for her surgery soon, which is, I would honestly say, about on the same level of risk that my sister was in, so it's just a lot of shit happening all at once. Again, I apologize for not being here 100% for you all, but I mean, yeah, I got my new promotion, I got all that shit going on with my sister, my mom. It's just a lot, so just give me a moment to get back into a flow. It'll probably be about a month before I'm really back onto a schedule again, but I'm certainly trying. Oh, and I appreciate all the well wishes. An ECG would be a cheaper prelude and will tell you if you need a CAT scan. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's what they would do for me. But yeah, I need to figure out the source of these headaches, because I've been burning through 4 ibuprofen every day. And it's not great. No, thank you, Amy. I appreciate it, Justin. Thank you. I mean, that's the major stuff that I wanted to talk about, out of the way. So, what's everyone think of Shadow and Bone? I am at a point with the show on the second episode where I'm it's okay. I currently don't understand why people are really gung-ho about it. And I am at a point where I understand why people are not. But everyone in the comments has been telling me, it's really slow. Just give it, until the 5th episode when things really, really get going. When did you start having these headaches? I don't know, a month and a half ago? It's probably like midway through April when it started. You getting lots of new subs from Shadow and Bone? I am. Like I'm happy with how well it's going. It's just I don't know. I don't really quite see the appeal of it yet. Like I see certain things that are appealing. Like I think the whole Grisha everything really cool. I like it. I love mages though, and that's just, you know, like a fantasy dream right there. But honestly, all the stuff going on with Kaz and what's the name of the city they're in? Ketterdam. That I think is way more interesting just because it's not so cliche. Like I feel like the main storyline right now is like really, really cliche. The show makes me want to read the books. It kind of made me want to read the books too. But from what I'm gathering, it seems like, again, I don't know anything about the books, but it seems like it's very close to the books. There are just certain things where I'm like, I can tell that's book dialogue, or I can tell that's like a book moment, because it doesn't quite translate to live action as well as I think they had hoped it did. Binged watched it in a day. I expected more, to be honest. Hopefully I don't feel the same way at the end of it, but we'll see. It's starting slow for me. I've already seen the third and liked that one a bit better. Okay. Was that around the time when you were vaccinated? That was like a week or two after I got the second vaccine. I don't think it's any vaccine related anything with my headaches. I don't think so. If it is, I want my money back. Like it was free, but I want my money back. I got into it when I figured out the world state and the character classes. Oh yeah, I've seen people comment like, here's what you need to know about the Grisha, and I feel bad, but I will not read those comments because I'm like, no, I don't want to get spoiled, and if I'm meant to know what it is, then they will state it in the show. If I'm meant to know what it is and it's not stated in the show, then that's poor writing, and I need to fault the show for that. So any of the comments who are like, this is the breakdown of, you know, all the Grisha or wherever these places are, I'm like, I appreciate you taking the time to explain it to me. I will not read that though. I read the Six of Crows books and those are great. So is the Six of Crows, all the stuff with Kaz, like not a part of the same trilogy of books that Shadow and Bone is? Because that seems kind of wild to me. Like, that's cool, but I would not have expected that. I don't want audiobooks. I want to read it. I'm one of those weird people that prefers to read it on a page than listen to it. Hope Season 2 is better than Season 1. They need to step it up. Well, I guess we'll see if I feel the same way. You can Google the Grishaverse world map and most of the results are non-spoiler. But even then, I'm like, I'm not really supposed to know, like, what countries are up to the north and what are to the south. Like, that's up to the show to tell me that and explain to me where certain things are, you know? Because I do want to understand the world, what's at stake, and how the magic system works and who matters. I still don't really understand how the magic system works, other than you have the Inferni, the Squallers, Tide Makers, Sun Summoners, Shadow Summoners, or Summoner, and Heart Renders, and Healers. Other than that, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know the logistics of it, but it seems cool. Ben Barnes is super hot. He's a little pretty for me, but he's looking good in the show. He certainly looks more attractive now than he did when he was Prince Caspian. I couldn't believe he was on the show. I didn't know that that was the actor, and I was like, what? I used to love the Chronicles of Narnia movies and books. I keep hearing Crows versus Alina story, but they play off well with each other. I mean, I like it that they're not playing out chronologically to each other. I think that's a cool idea, and I like that at some point those storylines are going to meet up, and that's going to be really cool. You know, these two separate groups of characters that you've really come to love and hate and figure out all their whatever, and then you know, have them finally meet up and see how those clash. Like, that's going to be really cool. But I doubt that will happen in the first season, And if it does, it's not going to happen until the very end of the first season. Crow's part in the show is original content. I don't think that's a spoiler. Oh, well, I guess that's true. But it's still technically prequel content, which might have some spoiler stuff in it, you know? Get lavender essential oil and rub it on your head. Why does everyone say essential oils are the answer to everything? I'm not shitting on you, but I swear every essential oil I've ever tried for anything did nothing for me. But maybe this one will, so I'll try it. Prefer physical, but audio does help make things go faster. See, I read way faster than I listen to an audiobook. The only thing that an audiobook improves speed-wise is, since it's all pre-recorded, you know, the person doesn't get tired reading it, so you can just let it keep going, whereas, you know, my mind will get exhausted from reading something for too long, and I'm like, all right, I gotta pause. I figured out everything by episode 5. You were fine. Okay, then yeah, I don't need the help. Here it's 2 different book series at once, but I'm like you that I don't read any explainers. I want to see it in the show. No, yeah, I mean, if I wanted people to explain it to me, I would have read the books and been like, oh, this is the same and this is different, blah, blah, blah. But I really am excited about not having read the books at all. So I don't know anything about this series going into it. Like that first episode, I had never seen a trailer. I don't think I had even seen a thumbnail of anything about the show. Or maybe, okay, I saw the poster for it as the thumbnail for one of like Grace's videos, but that's it. And I didn't take anything in. I didn't know Ben Barnes was in it. I didn't know who the hell the main actors are, and I still don't because they seem like they're unknowns. But I like that it's all super fresh. It's been a while since I've gone into a show with this little knowledge about it. Reading is for nerds, and that's why it's cool. Hey, Too Cool Dancing. It's been a while. Six of Crows duo is a separate story. It's a prison break heist thing. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm gathering out of it. That's why I like it, too. Like, it's really cool seeing them play on, like, the politics of things. Whereas I guess the Alina storyline sort of does. But, again, that's more the traditional, this is the hero of the story. She's the special, one-of-a-kind, whatever, and she's going to be the one who's supposed to save the world. And it's like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I've seen it a million times. So they're going to have to do something really interesting to switch it up. I meant by reading Shadow first before reading Six of Crows to understand the world, because 6 gets way too much credit in BookTube. Oh, I see you. And we are talking about Shadow and Bone. I suppose you should worry about spoilers for the first 2 episodes, but that's all I've seen, and I haven't read the books. Drink ginger tea and eat food with rosemary. I don't like rosemary. Okay, fine. Mal supremacy. Mal is so... I don't know. He's not unattractive, but man's got Dumbo ears, and I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan. Acting-wise, he seems okay. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like the actor playing Alina has been very unimpressive to me so far. The first episode, I think she did pretty good, and then in the second episode, I was like, I don't know, man. She doesn't seem like that great of an actor, but maybe, you know, it just wasn't the best episode. So far, I think the best actors are all of the Six of Crows, like, what's her name? Amita Suman, who's playing Inej, the guy playing Jespar, I don't know how you pronounce it, and Kaz. Like, those 3 are fucking good. I think the guy playing Kaz's character is a little CW-ish, to be just being painfully honest. I'm just saying. But I think they're all pretty damn good. I will consider this a birthday gift, but I have to go. Oh, happy birthday. What, you don't like Grace Silverside? I love Grace. Listen to the audiobooks after reading the books. Yeah, I just read the books. I think the only audiobook I've ever listened to was the ones for Harry Potter, because those are very well done. ADHD kicking too hard not to do audiobooks. I'm trying to read the first Malazan book? What is Malazan? Thank you, Simtown. Thank you so much. I don't know anything at all in the books. A series of unfortunate events so far has been the best adaptation and is very close to the source. I did not like that show. Like, it was close to the books, but for some reason, it just didn't translate well for me. I'm like, maybe this is one of those things that only really works as a book, because I just did not like it. And I really didn't like the movie, so I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe a series of unfortunate events is just a book thing. At least now I know how non-book readers of Dark Materials feel when watching the show. Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons I also wanted to do the reaction, because I'm sure there's plenty of reactors on YouTube who are book readers, and they're like, oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this character to show up, and I can't wait for blah, blah, blah. So I thought it would be fun to see, you know, me or anyone who has no fucking clue. They're just watching the show and therefore just rating the show, not the content of the books. I love Grace. Her opinions are hers, but she does share my love for Batman, Harley, DC Comics, and most nerd content. I agree. I really like that about her. Although I have never been like a huge Batman fan or a huge DC Comics fan. Like, I definitely like DC Comics, do not get me wrong, but I'm not even close to the same level as her. So there's some opinions I could tell me and her would butt heads on, but she seems like the kind of person who is willing to accept other people's opinions on things, which I like a lot. Six of Crows is like Locke Lamora, personally. What is Locke Lamora? I love Jesper. I really like him too. He's definitely the comedic relief at the moment, but I can tell there's more going on with him that I'm excited. Plus, she's consistent with her movie math. I love movie math. Like, that is always a treat. Gives me a chance to celebrate films during a time when no one wants to fight for films. I agree. Inej Primacy. Inej is so cool. Like, from the first scene she was in, I'm like, oh, she's my favorite. Like, I can tell she is my favorite. And so far within the first 2 episodes, I'm like, she's my favorite. I don't know how much about the show. I don't know much about the show, but it kind of seems CW-ish on its own. Hoping it's better than it looks. So far, there's like very brief moments in both episodes I've seen so far that give me CW vibes. But for the most part, I would say it's not. Especially the camera work, like the cinematography is very not CW. And they're okay with showing their characters looking like dirty and, you know, disheveled, which is also a very not CW thing. So I don't think it's super CW or anything, but there are just little moments, usually with the editing, where I'm like, that was a little. Not you saying that they have CW actors on the show. I'm not saying that they do. I'm saying there are moments where it's CW level acting. My only issue is it's a Netflix show. They need to truly film their series more consistent. It's so annoying waiting a whole year for just 8 episodes. I'm okay with that. As long as the show gets a budget that it deserves and they release content that's good, I'm willing to wait. Like the long periods in between, that doesn't really bother me. Is that ganja? This? Or this? That was such a smooth diss there, Simtown. Thank you. I'm like, Mr. Dumbo Ears over here, and they're like, Mr. looks like he has cancer over here. Like, okay, got me. You got me. Tank Top Michael should be birthday gift. You got Tank Top Michael in my last video. Who do you think I'm wearing that tank top for? Like, it shouldn't take this long for Stranger Things to get released and find an ending. Well, I mean, that's kind of a COVID thing. Like, it was going to be a long wait regardless, but I feel like it wouldn't have been that bad if it wasn't for COVID. Good night, Felipe. It's hard to do young adult love triangle without seeing CW. I mean, I really wish that they would have just cut that story. They would have been like, look, I know it's an integral part of the books, but I don't really give a fuck. We're going to change it. Because that love triangle is my number one biggest issue with the show right now. As soon as they introduced Kerrigan, I was like, don't do it. Don't. And then he like grabbed her arm. He's like, show me your arm. I was like, fuck. They're doing the love triangle already, man. God damn it. And I would be willing to bet, based off of other young adult novels, she's going to end up with Kerrigan and not Mal. I'm just getting very Hunger Games vibes with it all. It's like, yeah, Mal or Gale is the one you grew up with, but this war has changed them so very much, and they're not the person you once thought they were. But this other person that you've gone through so much shit with in a recent time frame ends up being much better for you. I'm like, I guarantee it, and I do not like it. It's so cliche to me. I really don't like it. But again, if the chemistry is good enough with the characters, I can let it go. But so far, I get way more chemistry between Alina and Mal than I do with her and Kerrigan. Kerrigan just comes off as super creepy and very villainous. So, I don't know. We'll see. Malazan is a military fantasy 10-book series. They're magic and meddling gods that interact with the world. The world is huge in the book. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. 2020 was different, but I'm talking Netflix filming shows pre-COVID. You see, it never bothered me pre-COVID. If I had to wait a year and a half for the next season, I'd be like, all right, whatever. It's been a long wait, but I'm glad it's here. Oh, excuse me. Also, there's no Netflix identity. They mostly just pay creators and let them do their own thing. That's kind of a good thing, though, I think. Like, with Disney Plus, as much as WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier were very different shows, it's still Disney Plus. Like, you know, there are certain things that are just not going to happen, or there are certain things that will for sure happen. With Netflix, you have no idea what the fuck you're gonna get. Like, it might be super good. It might be really bad. It might be somewhere in between. Like, I remember with The Witcher, I was very nervous about it. I'm like, I love the games. I've read a teeny bit of the books. I don't want this to suck. And I was very pleasantly surprised. I thought The Witcher Season 1 was incredibly good. Ben Barnes has a way of overacting that sometimes works. I agree with that. Sometimes overacting does work. Sometimes it's just overacting. Like for Punisher Season 1. Oh, he was in Punisher Season 1? Maybe I should watch that. It doesn't work for other things, so if he's acting as a little CW, I can see it happening with him. Yeah. And yeah, love triangles are very disgustingly tropey. I'm over it. But as someone said in a comment, the books came out in 2012, which was like the peak of your young adult fiction has to have a love triangle. So it's not really that they wanted to do it, it's just they had to, and I'm like, you should have just not done it. You should have been a trailblazer and said, no, that's too annoying. No, it's all good just in time. Thank you for stopping in. Well, Too Cool Dancing, that's what I said, but someone corrected me and was like, no, love triangles were a part of young adult fiction for a time period, but that has since been kind of nixed out. But when I was reading young adult novels, you know, when I was in high school and everything, all of them had a love triangle, and it's just, I don't know, it's super boring to me now. The first one I read with the love triangle was Twilight, so that's the only one I can, I guess, somewhat get behind, but even then, it was so irritating. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to see Bella turn into a vampire, goddammit. Made me wait 4 books for that. Thank you, just in time. Usually love triangles always end with the most predictable, and even then it allows for no character to grow outside this. I mean, I feel like you can have plenty of character growth with a love triangle. It's just, I don't know, then it becomes, you know, the main issue of the show is no longer the main threat. Now it's just like, ooh, is she gonna end up with him or with him? I'm like, I don't give a shit about that. I'm like, you can do that on your own time, Melina. I got other shit I'm worried about, and so should you. They're still filming Stranger Things in Atlanta, and I'm pretty sure they have to do reshoots because the actors have grown so much. Well, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be worth the wait, though. I don't think they'll ever top season 1, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be worth the wait. Love triangles are beginning to be too damn cheesy since Twilight's Bella, Edward, and Jacob. I mean, yeah. Even thruples are less cliche than love triangles. Yeah, but that's just as annoying to me. I'm like, I don't know. Just in general, romance is so... Like, if there's two characters that love each other and they want to be with each other, I can get into it. But as soon as you throw in the, ooh, who will they choose? Who works better for who? I'm like, I don't give a shit, man. I don't care. They have Hulu for their more adult content. I mean, we'll see. I feel, though, as Netflix best year was 2018 content-wise. I don't remember. What came out in 2018 that was so good? The Lies of Loch Lakota is the first book on the Gentleman Bastard sequence. It's about a gang of upscale con artists that get drawn in a dangerous game. Magic is part of the world, but not a huge part. But I want it to be a huge part. Can't wait for Love, Victor. I still haven't seen Love, Victor, so no spoilers, please. Ben Barnes was in Westworld. Ooh, cool. Oh, when did Zakiya say she was going? I'm sorry. Did you do reactions to The Witcher? No, that was before I really started doing a lot of reactions on the channel. So no reactions to The Witcher. If you want my reactions, here's basically what they were. Episode 1, I was like, oh, that's cool. Episode 2, I was like, I'm getting into this. This is pretty dope. Episode 3, I was like, what the fuck are the timelines of this show? Episode 4, I was like, oh, I get it, because Geralt and Yennefer are like hundreds of years old. It's going through a lot of time in their lives, and then with Ciri, you know, it's in a much shorter time frame. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then by episode 5 and onward, I was like, this is a dope show. Like, I was just really enjoying it. Why can the love triangles end in a threesome? Because I don't want that either, man. And I considered Westworld to be Ben Barnes' best acting, but he couldn't have that up. You can't mess with HBO. True. So what's a good love triangle story? I don't have one that I like. I don't like them. Like, they're not interesting to me. They're just not interesting. Love triangles get distracting when there's a world-ending event. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you don't have time to be worrying about which boy you're falling in love with. Like, there's some crazy-ass shit going on. Like, your life is in danger every day. Worry about that shit later. Like, that should be, if they ever do, like, a sequel to the events that happen after the conflict of the show, that's when you do a love triangle, when it's the real issue, you know? Usually love triangles hinders the character growth for me, as they gotta worry about their love more than personal dilemmas. Well, I would disagree with that, because I feel like their love is a personal dilemma, and therefore changes how they react and behave with other people. Like, I think Katniss in the Hunger Games changed a lot from the first book to the last book, and a lot of that is because of not only her trauma, you know, being in the games and everything, but also because she's so conflicted about Peeta or Gale. So I'm like, I think there can be character development that's good with a love triangle. It's just the actual love triangle is very unappealing to me. But in case anyone's wondering, I'm Team Peeta. I'm Team Edward. I'm at the moment on the show, I'm Team Mal. And what's another like really big love triangle, actually? I can't think of like another really big one. Someone hit me with one that That I've seen, please. In the real world, most of the people having threesomes are ugly. That is not true. Or, well, I guess it is. Just when you consider the fact that most people in the world are ugly. Would you change your mind when you get a boyfriend? No. I'm not doing any kind of open relationship. We're not doing any kind of love triangle. Fuck that. You're either with me or you're not. TV shows abused it way more than books, but it's easier to blame Twilight and the Hungry Games. I am ugly, can confirm. Thought I wrote Loch Lamora down. Oh, it's all good. Would you ever do review for shows that you finished to help cover as a reaction so people can stop asking certain opinions on a certain topic? Would you ever do a review for shows that you finished to help cover? Oh, like do a review after I've seen it? No. I mean, it's just too much to go back and be like, here's how I felt at the time. Like, I don't know. It's not really worth it. I mean, it is kind of frustrating. Like with the Umbrella Academy, everyone's like, did you react to season 1? Like, if there's not a video on my channel, obviously I didn't. But I'd rather just answer that question than do a whole review of the first season. I'm like, the time has passed for me to cover the show. Now I'm covering something else. Thank you for the cliff notes of your Witcher reaction. I mean, that's basically how I felt about the show. It's okay to react to a first episode and decide not to continue. I mean, I'm continuing. I never said I was going to stop. I will be watching all, is it 8 or 10 episodes of Shadow and Bone? I'm watching all of it. So I got now write pros and cons on 2 boys that I'm in love with is so drastically important. That's what I'm saying. Also, I got to know where the team is getting most traction. Also, I'm Team Jacob. Hate Jacob. Hate Jacob with a fucking passion. And that was not a love triangle with Harry, Ron, and Hermione. In the books, I will argue this to my dying day. There was never anything in the books that implied anything with Harry and Hermione. Not even close. Like, you could maybe argue Harry, Cho, and Ginny. But even then, I'm like, that's not a love triangle. Like, he liked one girl, and then at another point, he realized, oh, I like this other girl as more than a friend. And that was after he had had all this stuff with Cho. I think that's a great young adult novel series that does not have a love triangle. Thank you. And Team Edward, goddammit. But if you're asking, like, who I want Hermione to be with, I want her to be with Ron, 100%. Mal is annoying. So far, he's not annoying to me. I'm like, he's just, you know, her childhood friend. He seems like a good guy. Me running from polyamorous people relationships. How's it going, Rogue? I appreciate your comment from earlier, by the way. I started watching Underground Railroads. What the hell is that? By the way, the name of this video is You Laugh, You Lose for a reason, because yes, we're doing a You Laugh, You Lose challenge. Will it get me copyrighted? Probably. But guess what? I'm making bank now. I'm not going to say how much because I really need to learn to not overshare that information, but I'm officially in middle class. I'm no longer, you know, lower class. I think it's like lower end middle class, but still. And Harry Potter handled the love triangle perfectly well because it was not there, nor was it predictable. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, if there was a love triangle there, it was incredibly subtle. And I just don't think there was. I'm like, to me, it always felt like, ooh, are Ron and Hermione going to get together yet? Nope, not yet. Okay, maybe later. And then eventually it happened. And then with Harry and Ginny, it was a little more of a surprise, but if you really look, you can see the hints leading up to that. But it was never like, oh, who is Hermione going to be with? Is it going to be Harry, the chosen one? Or is it going to be Ron, the lovable goof? Like, that was never a part of it. And that's why I liked it. He is middle class. Is this goodbye? I mean, if you consider me now part of the rich and it's time to eat the rich, then I guess. But trust me when I say I'm not rich, but I'm stable now. with the amount of income I'll be getting, I'll be at a point where I'm like, oh, I can like relax and not freak out about paying bills. I don't know what that feels like yet, so that'll be nice. Welcome to the middle class. Thank you. Is it good? Underground Railroad is another show that I haven't really looked into. Yeah, I don't know anything about Underground Railroad. Don't see the hate for Jacob. I mean, I didn't like where the story tried to take his character and ruin it with damaging. Technically, I hated both Edward and Jacob because they both kind of suck. That's a fair assessment. I just thought Jacob was way too fucking mean to Bella, honestly. I'm like, bro, she has said no to you 8 million times. You need to fucking let it go. And I understand there was an explanation like, oh, well, he couldn't because she was going to have the child that he imprinted on or whatever, which to this day, I know it's not a sexual thing, but it's fucking weird, dude. No, I thought he was just a little smart aleck bitch. I did not like Jacob. Edward was an asshole too. Like, he was way too controlling of Bella, but she actually wanted to be with him, so I don't know. Next live will be caviar and champagne. I've had caviar. Fuck that. That is not good. Maybe some champagne, though. Entry-level middle class is what he means. Are you with a social shirt? What do you mean a social shirt? Puts away tiki torches and pitch boys. The EW is child grooming. The EW? What do you mean? I hate breaking down an Eclipse for including it. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I loved Eclipse. I thought that was the best one. But Jacob, that was the one where I was like, man, fuck this guy, Jacob. What's sad is I live in New York City, so entry-level middle class would be poor here. But yeah. But that's why I don't live in LA or New York. Underground Railroads is an Amazon Prime show. It's magical realism take on runaway slaves. That sounds pretty cool. Ooh, it's got Joel Edgerton. Sounds good. No, just you. Yeah. That's a good point, Felipe. Jacob's supposed to be a werewolf, and you have a bare chest. I don't know if I believe you. I think all of them did, though. I don't think any of the werewolves were hairy in any way. They were all just like waxed clean and buff, or some of them were. There were some people like background werewolves in that show who were not buff at all, and I'm like, I'm not saying you have to be, but you're kind of ruining the aesthetic here. I love werewolves far more than vampires. I do agree with that. I think werewolves are way cooler than vampires. But I also love witches more than werewolves. Thank you. All right, we're on the same page here then. But just because I like werewolves doesn't mean I like Jacob. He's a little fucking bitch. Is being a YouTuber worth it money-wise at your level? No. Not even close. I make maybe $200 a month. Maybe. Usually it's more like under 100, which at that point you don't get paid, or just a little over 100. So no, it's not worth it money-wise where I'm at, but it is worth it for, you guys. Like, I really enjoy making content and like talking to you all. And the extra 200 is definitely a plus. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, that chump change, I don't want that. It's like, it's just you couldn't live off of it is all I'm saying. But it's very nice to have, and I really enjoy making videos for you guys and doing these lives and chit-chatting with y'all. We want hairy wolf chest hair. And yes, team witches all day. I think natives aren't hairy like white folks. That is not true. Maybe in general they're not. I can't really speak to generally, but I know for damn sure there's plenty of Native American people who are very hairy. Oh, I know I'm a sweet talker. Look how I'm dressed. What about demons? Demons are fucking dope. Like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna say it right here. If there was ever like I don't know how to explain this. Okay. You know how there's like the whole monster fucker like group of people where they're like, hell yeah, I want to fuck that dragon. Let me explain. 100% I'm in the group of like, it's a werewolf, fuck me. Demon, fuck me. Vampire, get away. You're cold. I don't want to touch that. Wizard, maybe. So demons are a yes. The Craft, The Witches, Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic. Oh my god, I love Practical Magic and Hocus Pocus and The Craft. The Wizard of Oz, I fucking hate that movie. Blair Witch Project, great movie. The Witch, The Witch, it was also a great movie. And Suspiria, I don't know if I would qualify it as a great movie, but really interesting, really fucking weird. There are demon smut out there. I'm sure there is. Number one witch film of all time besides The Craft is Witches of Eastwick. I've never seen Witches of Eastwick. Lil Nas X has entered the chat. I still love that music video. I think it's so funny. And it's such a brilliant fuck you to all the people who were like, you're going to hell because you're gay. He said, shit, I'm going to make it a party then. Meet you there. I love that. True Blood 1 through 3, Vampires. Okay. Twilight Werewolves, Underworld Werewolves, Twilight Vampires, Witches, then all. Wait, so you like the Vampires of True Blood more than the Twilight Werewolves? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. I don't remember what the Underworld Werewolves looked like. I remember them looking like really fucking scary, actually. I don't know if I'd be down to get with that. Underworld Werewolves. Let's take a look here. Yeah, those are fucking scary looking. What the hell? Like, they're too human. They're not, but they are. Like, there's something really off-putting about them because they have like weird human-ish like eyebrow structures, but with like a snout. And their head's way bigger than, like, their torso. It's fucking weird, man. Like, it's great horror stuff, but I don't know if I could ever get with that. My only subgenre I don't like is ghosts or possession stories. I'm not really a huge fan of that either, because they usually go to the easiest religious answer, even though we don't understand the afterlife ourselves. For me, that's not the reason I don't like it. I don't know. I think ghost stories can be cool, but I don't think there's ever anything like back on the sexy talk. I'm like, I don't think there's ever been a sexy ghost that I've ever been like, oh. And possession stuff really freaks me out and bothers me. I really hate the idea of losing control of yourself or being like tucked away in your own head while someone else is using your body. That has never appealed to me in any kind of way. That really, really scares me. And I don't like stories that have that. Did I ask you add Golden Kamui to your watch list? You probably did, but I don't think I did. Let me write it down. Golden, how do you pronounce that? Kamui? Witches of Eastwick is amazing and classic. You should have watched it. All right, I think I will then. Hence why I do like Poltergeist and Insidious for taking unconventional routes, but even then it gets predictable. True, but I do really like both those movies as well. Poltergeist, MVP, Insidious, very, very good. I was surprised. And is anyone else really unfazed by the Conjuring 3 trailer? I think it looks shitty. Like, I think it looks really bad, and all the comments for that trailer are like, oh my god, this is the best horror trilogy of our generation. I'm like, the fuck? It's not that good. Like, The Conjuring, the first one, I was like, it's pretty good. I like it. The second one, I thought was not good. And now the third one, I think looks really bad. And I don't know, everyone's like super into it. Is that just me? If I was ever in a fantasy world with demons, witches, dwarves, I would love to be a siren or a wizard, but evil. I would like to be a wizard, but good. What about the Underworld movies? I mean, what about about them. I thought the first one was good. I don't think I ever saw any other ones. Maybe I saw the second one. Van Helsing has the best vampires. Those were pretty cool, because those were fucking terrifying, and I do appreciate when they make vampires really scary. The whole hot vampire thing, I don't know, doesn't really quite do it for me. What about Anne Rice vampires? What in the hell are you talking about, Zakia? Let me look it up. Anne Rice vampire. Oh, from the Interview with the Vampire. I mean, I love that movie, but the vampire... Well, actually, I do like vampires like that, because that's a traditional... That's the, you know, the hot, sexy vampire take on it, but it's also the really fucked up, culty, like, hierarchy stuff with vampires, which I think is really cool, and the murder scene where they, like, dust, I think it's the little girl and the mom... That was really fucking sad and a great piece of filmmaking, and I thought it was really dark how the sun just, like, singed them into pieces, basically. I thought that was really fucked up, and I thought it was cool. Like, I hated it, but you know what I mean. Michael Sheen as Lucio was an awakening. What? What in the hell are you talking about? I looked it up, but I still don't know what you're talking about. Anne Rice vampire was revolutionary with the no sex thing. True. Would def not be into Anne Rice vampires. Way too pretty. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not into them. I just think the story of it all was really good. You can't change my mind. Fine, Spring Soul, whatever. Anne did go off the rails. What happened with Anne Rice? At least they don't sparkle in the sunlight. I agree. I won't lie. When I read the Twilight book, and they were like, "Oh, his skin like glitters and shines in the sunlight because each cell in his body is so diamond hard. It's like his skin is a bunch of diamonds." I'm like, that's kind of interesting. And then I saw it in live action, and I was like, that's not. It's really dumb. But hey, can't win them all. The Wilds. Oh shit, I don't think I have seen The Wilds, but I really wanted to. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely watching that. The Conjuring really feels so vanilla. Thank you. It's just the typical person gets possessed by evil demon. We have to exorcise this demon, and then we're good. Like, I don't know. I just think it's super... It's just not original. It's not anything life-changing the way some people seem to view it. And I'm just like, I don't know, like, they're okay. I like the aesthetics of the first. Me too. I think there were some visuals in that movie for the first one that genuinely scared the fucking shit out of me. But that's it. Like, I thought the second one was really bad with the exception of the Crooked Man's one appearance, because I thought that was really cool. Hold a Bible and yell Christ a lot with conviction. True. I think The Conjuring was great. 2 was boring, and the trailer of the third seems boring as well. I can get with that. Why not be evil? Because I don't want to be evil. I don't like to be mean. The Conjuring 2 was good. I'm sorry, Noah. I don't agree. I thought it was kind of lame. Like, it had its moments where I was like, oh, that's cool, that's scary, I like that. Like I said, the Crooked Man moment, I thought was really cool. The part when you see the Crooked Man's shadow, but it's just the little girl walking out, and she's speaking with his voice, saying, you know, a crooked man walked down 1,000 houses, and now he walked a crooked mile. Like, I thought that was pretty creepy. Other than that, The Nun scared me, but I'm also like, they also had to make it be like, oh, it's been the nun the whole time. It's this demon Valak. I'm like, oh, whatever, dude. Like, I don't give a shit. 30 Days of Night is horrifying. I didn't think it was horrifying, but it was scary. Antonio Banderas as a vampire. Well, what he doesn't want you to know is that he is a vampire. Oh, Michael Sheen is Lucian in Underworld. Okay. And now there's Annabelle and the Nun. Annabelle was fucking bad. That was a terrible movie. Both of them. I don't know why I saw both. They were so bad. Like, the writing is about as bad as it fucking gets. There was one moment in Annabelle that scared the whole life out of me. I thought it was very good in terms of horror, but God, it was such a bad movie. And I never saw The Nun. I was like, I just can't. I can't do it. It looks really stupid. They stole the shiny skin from Interview with the Vampire. Oh, they did. I completely didn't even make that connection. Holy shit. Oh, I'm sorry. My old manager texted me and I don't want to leave her on red. Oh, she's going to make me cry. She just said, I'm seriously so proud of you. Way to prove how amazing you are. Oh, she is so sweet. Like, she is by far the best manager I have ever worked for, ever. She is so cool. Let me just respond to her, sorry. No. She deserves everything. I honestly hope she becomes like the richest person in the world. She deserves it. Excuse me. Where was I at? I feel like vampires are too OP. I hate it when they're just Supermen that just drink blood. Yeah, I kind of feel that. I get that. One of the films where I found Antonio Banderas very fucking hot. Oh. How do you exorcise a ghost without religion? Well, that's the thing. You can't. Like, if there's an exorcism, it's a Christian thing. Well, even then, it doesn't even necessarily have to be Christian, but it has to be some kind of religion because that's what an exorcism is. It's what it stems from. Hey, Sean, what's up? I'm glad you're here. Sorry if I read your comment super late. Anne Rice went from being Catholic to an atheist, back to Catholic, wrote books about it, then went atheist again. She tried to sue fic writers back in the day as well. Well, damn. Hopefully she got her shit together then. Try the Castlevania series for some great vampire action. I've watched Castlevania. I'm excited for season 3. And it's pretty cool vampire stuff. It is sexy vampire stuff, but, you know, it's also really vicious, badass vampire stuff, which I'm cool with. But I still say, I can never remember her name, but the girl, the mage in the group, coolest fucking character in that series by far. She is so cool. I liked Ray's in Underworld. Hold on, I have to look her name up because, like, it kind of makes me mad that I don't remember it, and she's my favorite character. Where the fuck is it? She's like the main character, one of the 3 main characters. Like, give me the name, god damn it. Yeah, name literally everyone else. Sifa. Thank you. Jesus Christ. They're like, are you talking about Trevor Belmont? Or are you talking about... oh, wait, Sifa is the 3rd one. Never mind. I'm just stupid. She the coolest. 100%. I liked Ray's in Underworld. His natural voice is how I think werewolves should sound. I agree with that. I do agree with that. What if I told you ghosts could exist outside religion? What if they were uncanny valley and more complex? I mean, it would be cool. Most horror movies these days are not even scary. I agree. There are some that are just so boring. I don't care. And yes, Hereditary. Okay, you fucking rocked it. Hereditary is, in my opinion, the best horror movie that has ever been made currently. I know some people will probably think that's not true, but I think it was the most original, was the best writing, was the best acting by far. It had some moments that were truly fucking terrifying to me. Some of the most unsettling shit I've ever seen. Hereditary is god tier horror movies for me. I mean, look at Mike Flanagan's Ghost in his Haunting series. I do really enjoy the ghosts in The Haunting of Hill House, especially compared to The Haunting of Bly Manor. But I would agree, yeah. Hereditary, yep. I can't wait until the new Blade movie. I don't think it's going to be as dark as people want it to be, but I think it's going to be really good. I think horror games are better now. Dude, horror games are like too much for me sometimes. They are so intense. I've done a good job avoiding everything about the new Resident Evil because I would like to actually play it myself, but I can't fucking get a PS5 to save my life. But yeah, some horror games are just like too intense. They're too scary. But I do enjoy Mike Flanagan's and Ari Aster's work. I agree. I think they both have a very strong foot in the horror world. They really know what direction the genre should be taking. Great managers are awesome. I'm still friends with my old ones. See, I feel like this will be the first manager I've ever had where I stay friends with her well beyond my career working with her because she's so awesome. And yeah, Hereditary fucked me up pretty bad. Anyone see Spiral yet? Is that already out? I didn't realize it was already out. Haven't seen Spiral yet, but I hear mixed reviews. Some like it, others don't. Well, that's not a bad thing. That maybe will be one of the people. Oh, it's season 4 of Castlevania. My bad. I was so upset when Brad Pitt was so close to kissing Antonio Banderas, but didn't. There was so much homoerotic tension in that movie. It was ridiculous. I want to see Spiral, but at the same time, I was like, leave Jigsaw the fuck alone. Can't do that back in the day. Oh, yeah. Sypha. Yep, Sypha. In the last season of Castlevania, or they could make a new sub-series. Just let it end. Just end it on a high note. Let it be good. Sorry, my manager texted me back. I can't even say that. She's not my manager anymore. I love my new manager, though. I think she's great. But I don't have that connection that I do with my old one. Not yet. Last season of Castlevania, or they could make. Okay, yeah. Does the Castlevania series even explain Lament of Innocence, aka? Does it? I don't remember. Does anyone watch the new adventure Time Distant Lands? No. You should also react to The Witcher if you haven't. We were just talking about that earlier. I have already watched season 1, so I won't be able to react to that, but I will definitely be reacting to season 2. I just need them to drop a trailer already. I don't like to watch the trailers, but I've read a good amount of the books, so just fucking give me the trailer already. Like I'll definitely watch that. Hey, Mighty Isis. And I agree. Hereditary was fucking superb. Doesn't explain it, but it references Leon at one point. Oh, yeah. Most terrifying character in the world is Nate Jacobs. I mean, he's not terrifying to... Well, I mean, he is actually pretty terrifying. He just pisses me off so much, though, that, like, I don't even have time to be, like, afraid of him. I watched it alone at, like, 2 a.m. I didn't even want to get out of bed to get water after. I completely agree. I love that style of horror in Hereditary where it's not jump scares. Jump scares is fucking lazy, if you ask me. That's them saying, oh, we don't really know how to be scary, so we're just going to be really fucking loud and, you know, make you jump. That's not scary to make someone jump. That's just a physical reaction your body has. It's not scary. But if you can show me something on screen that freaks me out, the more I look at it, that's fucking scary. And that moment in Hereditary when the brother wakes up in bed and he sees Charlie, like, in the corner of the room, and her head slowly, like, drops down and eventually, like, falls off and then rolls out of the shadows as just, like, a tennis ball or something. That freaked me out so fucking bad. I can't even begin to explain, like, the feeling my body had watching that. It was so fucking scary. I loved it. Hold on one sec. I need to get some more ibuprofen because this headache is coming back. Can you see him? Oh, yes you can. I know you all miss Scooby. Scooby. Oh, he's such a good dog. He has his moments where he's a little shithead, but he also has his other moments where he's just a sweet boy. Where was I at in the comments? You don't need a PS5 for Resident Evil Village. Okay, I'm not playing it on something else, though. If I know I can get the best quality on PS5, I'm not playing it on fucking PS4. There's zero graphical downfall. No. I don't believe you, and also minor load times, that will frustrate me. I'm getting it on PS5. I will wait. Probably years before I can get this fucking PS5, but I will wait. And yes, I just downed my ibuprofen with a frappe. Leave me alone. Oh, that tastes so good, though. But they ran basically the same and looked the same. It's astounding. I'm still gonna wait. The peak of Anne Rice Vampire series is a amazing pour without sex. What? I think I know what you meant, but I also think Jordan Peele has a great... Okay, I totally spaced that, but yeah, I agree. I think Jordan Peele has a great like trajectory for his scary concepts, which is weird because his aren't that scary to me. They're just really well written and actually have pretty profound meanings to them, which really amplifies the whole experience. Overall, I would say Us and Get Out are more funny than scary. But there are definitely moments in each one that are very scary. So I think he's got a great handle on the genre. And it's very different than most other people's versions. He only produced Candyman, but I am so excited for Candyman. I'm so ready for Scream 5. Scream 5. They making another one? Really want to work with Jordan Peele one day. That's why I'm now trying to take acting classes like working at Amazon. Fuck yeah. I did watch At Distant Lands Obsidian. I loved it, and the songs are just so cute. What are you talking about? I'm gonna search that. Oh, Adventure Time Obsidian. Okay. What the hell is this? Oh, so it's by the creators of Adventure Time? I feel like I saw something about this, but I never actually watched it. I really like Adventure Time, so it's probably good. Takes his time and has a very clear vision, but takes care of his actors. True. I'm ready to Scream 5 and Halloween Kills. I'm so over Halloween, but that's because Michael Myers, to this day, haunts my nightmares, and I can't do it. I cannot do it. Beware the stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. And if you see her in your dreams, be sure you never, ever scream. Dead Silence was... I think the writing was bad, but I think it was a very scary concept. And it made me really self-conscious as a child to not scream if I'm scared, because I didn't want to get my tongue ripped out. I kind of hope not, because New Nightmare already did that take, and Scream 3 already did movie lots and locations. Oh yeah, that's true. The mom on the ceiling will always creep me. That was such a freaky ass scene. I love it. My mom's house has high ceilings, and I still look up into the corners. For real though, after that I also was like, okay, we're good. Like, that shit freaked me out. So good. Dead Silence fucked me up when I was a kid. I agree. As a kid, terrified me. Now, I think it's still scary, but I think it's very poorly written. Oh, he was Australian in real life? I did not know that. Paranormal Activity creates some monsters with jump scares. I think Paranormal Activity is so bad. Like, I didn't even really like the first one. And every one after that is just so not good. I do not like Paranormal Activity. Oh, I forgot. They did The Craft Legacy. I heard it was pretty okay. Have a PS4 Pro and I have a 4K TV. Well, I don't have a 4K TV. Wasn't Jordan Peele part of the Lovecraft Country team? He was. And I could feel his presence during certain parts. And I remember getting called out and told I was attributing too much to him and not to Misha Green, which I probably was at the time. Like, I did apologize for it, but I was also like, yeah, buddy, he is a part of the team, and I feel like that was probably his idea because it's very Jordan Peele. I'm glad you're interested in obtaining a 5. I just think it's impossible and the trade-off is minor. I mean, it is impossible, but for some games, the trade-off is not minor. Like, maybe for that one it is, but there are some games where I've seen the comparison and I'm like, dude, it looks so much better on the PS5. I fucking need it. And I really want to play Spider-Man Miles Morales, god damn it. Like, I want to play that fucking game. If you get HBO, watch Infinity Train. I have HBO. Get Out is specifically scary to black people, though. Oh, that I do agree with that. It's definitely, for once, it was the first major horror movie to come out that was not targeted at me. It was targeted at a different group of people, which I think is fucking great. Some audience targeting, you know, black people love horror. I mean, generalizing, sure, but in some cases, yes. I hate Us. So many comic reliefs, I can't. I like the comic stuff in Us. I thought it was really good. It's just not as scary of a movie as I think I expected it to be going into it, but I still thought it was like really, really good. What's up? The Craft Legacy was a mega disappointment and far less relevant than OG Craft, which had far more to say. I could see that. I still haven't seen it, so I don't know. I might like it, but yeah. I do have a love-hate relationship with the new Craft movie. Like, it's just as good as the other one, but I do have questions about it. Okay. Maybe it's evil of me, but I wanted the dad to die in Us. That is evil. I like the dad. I would have been very upset if he died. The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack seriously made me uncomfortable when I was younger. I don't think I've ever seen that. The two dancing girls chasing Dee seems to be joining. That's exactly what I said. And someone was like, you're taking away from Misha Green. Like she's, the creator of the show. She's the showrunner. Like, you should be giving her credit for it. And I'm like, I do for the show. It's just the two dancing girls. I'm telling you, that had to have been Jordan Peele's idea. Like, to this day, I'm like, I don't believe it if it's not. So... And I thought, out of everything in all of Lovecraft Country, Topsy and Bopsy were the scariest part to me. 100%, they scared me pretty fucking bad. And I really liked it. Like, that was my favorite episode of the show. Do you have Alice in Borderland on your list? It is on the list. Because now my friends that I played D&D with just said that they watched it, and they were like, it's so fucking cool. You're going to love it. I was like, all right. You have HBO Max. Check out Hacks starring Jean Smart. She's also in Mayor of Easttown and Watchmen. Oh, yeah, I love Jean Smart, but she's in what? Hacks? Okay. The two little dancing girls were actually adults. No way. No way. Liar. You're a liar. Glad you like the dad, and that's why I'm glad you do. But I agree, Us isn't really scary, but brings up some very interesting social issues. I agree. I thought the social commentary of Us, I don't know if you could say it's better than Get Out. I don't think it is. I think it's very different than Get Out. Like, Get Out is specifically about like white people appropriating black culture. It's all about classism, which also is very much Us, but I don't know. Get Out, I feel like, was more of an overt horror movie with comic moments, whereas Us was much more a social commentary movie that had horror elements, if that makes any sense. But I did really enjoy the idea of, like, to have the rich, you need to have the extremely poor who are, eating live rabbits as opposed to eating lobster at a restaurant kind of shit. Like, I love the social commentary in Us. I thought it was really fucking cool, really creative. And yes, I do have a D&D group. They've been my friends since we were all like 15. And yeah, Gene Smart's fucking boss. I never lie. Look it up. Hold on, I have to look it up. Topsy and I believe that you don't lie, but I need to see for myself. Topsy and Bopsy adults? I'm going to the Lovecraft Country wiki. I'm just going to look up the actor. What? How did they make them look so young? She's as old as I am. Or, well, she's 2 years younger, but still. That makes her 25. That's wild. I thought for sure they were actually children. That's cool. Thank you for the fun fact. If we were doing TV show suggestions, Sense8 ends in an orgy, which I cried at. I've seen Sense8. I love Sense8. It's one of my favorite shows. It's in my top 10. And that doesn't end in an orgy, does it? I don't remember the last episode ending in an orgy. Maybe it did, though. Because there was one... I felt so weird because that's one of the only shows where sex scenes aren't like sexy. Like, they are, but it's more about like how beautiful it is that these two people have come together in this kind of way. I never felt so emotional watching a sex scene as I did in Sense8. And I've never cried so hard at a wedding as I did in Sense8. And yeah, the fact that it never got a season 3 is bullshit, but I'm glad they got the movie to wrap up the main story. To me, Us is better than Get Out. I agree. I do like Us a little better than Get Out. especially with the plot twist at the end. I love that plot twist. It was so good. Like, I suppose kind of predictable. I think I called it when, spoilers for us if you have not seen it. Here's a big old spoiler. Shut your ears, turn off the video, come back in, 2 minutes. When the mom, what is her name? It's something kind of out there, the main character's name, who Lupita Nyong'o plays. I cannot think of what it is. Adeline? Is it Adeline? But when she kills her doppelganger and she gives out that weird croaky scream, at that moment I was like, oh shit, she's the fucking doppelganger. It's so good. I love that twist. Shutter Island is so good. And I don't qualify it as a horror movie, but there are a couple moments in it that really fucking scared me. One of them was a jump scare, but it was a well-made jump scare. And I think it was the only jump scare in the movie. But yeah, the psychological horror of that, so good. The twist at the end, so fucking good. Like, oh my god, I love that movie. Kaylin Gobert Harris. Okay, yeah, that's who I just searched. You don't need to leave. I'll see you later, Felipe. Must you spoil your suggestions, Rook? Room 1408. 1408 was really good. I don't think it's as good as some people hype it up to be, but it was very scary during a couple parts. Very panicky. Like, the idea of being so trapped with no way out, that really freaked me out pretty bad. I thought it was good. I don't like that actor, though. I have never liked that actor. KK is tiny, too. She's like 5 foot. I mean, some people, I guess, are just real short. It was based on A Nightmare on Elm Street. I definitely got those vibes, especially when her nails grew out, and it was very much like the Freddy Krueger claws. I thought that was cool. Or not claws, razor blades, whatever. Literally called it at the beginning when she came back from the funhouse and wasn't talking anymore. I did not. I know a lot of people who say, like, oh, I definitely saw that coming. And I'm like, 100% I thought she was just traumatized. And that trauma has now caught up with her in her life. And in a way that did remain true. But yeah, I did not see it coming that they switched places. That made me feel so fucking bad for the doppelganger character, too. I love that switch. I was like, oh my god. I thought I would just be creeped out by the doppelgangers the whole movie, but by the end of it, I felt really fucking bad for them, which again was part of the commentary of, this is the poor class, the people who have to eat scraps and kill each other while, the ones above ground are living it up. Like, I thought it was such a good story. Any updates on Lovecraft Season 2? I haven't seen anything, but I certainly hope that there will be. The main character's name is Adelaide, thank you. While her doppelganger is red. Yep. I'm mad I called us twist in the very beginning of the movie and said it out loud by accident, so I ruined it for my ex. Aww. I was so shocked and saddened by that plot twist. I really wish I did that on a live reaction. I mean, I saw that in theaters, so there's no way I could have done a reaction to it. But yeah, I wish I could show my reaction to that too. Because again, the moment she was choking her out and her shout became that weird croak, I knew it at that particular moment. And I was like, oh shit. That's so good, but fuck, that made me feel so bad for the doppelgangers. That moment in Parasite where you just see the husband's eyes from... Okay, fuck that. That scared me really bad. I did not appreciate that. Great movie, though. So good. I still say the scariest part of Parasite, again, major spoilers. Please turn away if you haven't seen Parasite. It's a fantastic movie. Don't let me spoil it for you. Oh, Zakiya. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want anyone to be spoiled by it. It's a really good movie. Parasite is really good. I guarantee it's not what you're gonna expect out of it. Like, by the end of that movie, oh my gosh, I didn't know how to feel anymore. And the son knew then too. I liked that little twist too. How the son knew about, like, he knew, but you weren't quite sure if he was like okay with it, or if he was scared of his mom, or what was going on there. Like, I love that. Like, you could interpret it however way you want. And it was also cool that it was a horror movie, but it wasn't like a localized horror movie where, you know, the conflict is only here with this family or only here in this house. It was like the whole world pretty much ended by the end of that movie in just such an unconventional way. It was really cool. But I have a crush on Park So-dam. You definitely will after Parasite. By the way, I am ending the stream at 10 because, again, my new schedule is kind of crazy, but that means we still got half an hour to chit-chat. Shaq and Shazam. Oh my god, so scary. What? Was Shaq and Shazam? Oh wait, which one are you talking about? Oh, Kazam. Not Shazam. Yeah, Kazam was such a bad movie, man. We don't really talk about that one. That one's just so, like, nope. I know you're trolling. I was just like, what are you talking about? And then when I looked it up, it was like, do you mean Kazam? I'm like, oh my god. Why does my hair look so blonde right now? I promise you all, my hair's not this blonde. Whatever. Any new shows lined up for reactions? Well, The Leftovers, I'm starting. That's, you know, replacing Euphoria. So that'll be, you know, a new one. And then Invincible will replace Blood of Zeus once I finish that. I'm not 100% what's going to replace Attack on Titan, because I'm still a little ways away from the end of that. And for Shadow and Bone, I have no idea.
Yo, dude, I just wanted to tell you that the tickets right next to me and Alex for the Joe Rogan show is still available.
I just can't buy them until I know for sure.
I just want you to know that it's still available now. I'll let you know. You know, the reason why I didn't ask you originally was because I thought you hated Joe Rogan.
I don't hate Joe Rogan. I just don't like him.
Oh, you're okay.
If that makes any sense.
I understand.
He has his moments where I'm like, oh, that's actually a really good point. I think that's cool. Or where he'll make a joke that makes me laugh. But for the most part, I'm like, you're such a...
Oh, shit.
I'm like, did you forget I have a fan right there?
Yeah, I did.
For the most part, though, I don't know. He tries to do the whole, oh, I'm middle of the road. I'm not Republican or Democrat. And I'm like, you're such a Republican. It fucking hurts, dude. Like, quit trying to bullshit people.
Yeah, that's his podcast, though. His stand-up's funny as fuck. That's why
I've never seen his stand-up, so I don't know.
Bro.
And I love Dave
should
Chappelle,
go, though.
so I will for sure go for Dave
The
Chappelle.
whole row behind us is open, too. So even if you get a ticket right behind us, you're still, you know, you're right behind us. You know, we're still sitting together.
That's not the same.
It's not the same. I understand. I would have asked you, but like I said, I really thought that you hated Joe Rogan.
Well, I mean, even if you did, I still would have said the same thing. Like, I don't know if I'm going to work that day, so I don't know.
It's a Thursday. I mean, I'm working that day, but I'm switching. I told you.
No, yeah.
Like, I don't care what happens, I'm going to this thing.
I mean, I'm at a point now where I'm just like, it depends on how settled I am, because that first day, today, I was like, shit. It's so much, dude. They had me call interviews. They were like, all right, we're going to have you set up some interviews. I'm like, what do I say? And they're just like, just figure it out. It's like, okay.
Have you done an interview training?
Nope.
No?
And I'm doing interviews tomorrow.
That's crazy. Kenny Ranch, usually for you to do interviews, you have to do interview training.
We're just so in need of people this very instant. They're like, we need you to do it now. Figure it out. I'm like, okay.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
So yeah, I'm doing interviews tomorrow. And it's weird because when I called the people on the phone, I could tell they were like nervous to talk to me. And I'm like, please don't. Like, this is my first day. Like, you ain't got nothing to be nervous about. I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to.
You live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why it gives me the notification that I'm live.
I'm not on yet. What's up, dudes? With or girls, whoever's watching.
I got a good mix.
I don't want to offend anybody and say just dudes. You know?
Raimi and Rogue both said hi to you.
What's up, Raimi? What's up, Rogue? Rogue One.
Rogue is my middle name, is what it's full.
Rogue is my middle name.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ernest is my middle name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I never knew what your middle name was.
Yeah, Ernest. It's my grandpa's name is Ernie.
Zakia also said, "What's up?"
What's up, Zakia?
Do you know what my middle name is?
Michael.
I feel like I've told you before.
No, I don't. What is it?
Von Boyd.
No, I definitely didn't know that.
Okay.
That's a cool ass middle name.
Thanks.
Now I'm gonna be able to look up exactly who you are because you.
They've already known. But yeah, I have 4 first names. Von, Boyd, Lester, and Michael are all first names.
Lester's a.
Yeah, there's a lot of just Lester or whatever.
Oh, shit.
Like most people I work with always are like, Lester. I'm like, that's not my fucking name. Like it is my name, but don't call me that. Like my director always calls me that. And I remember the first time she did, she was like, "Hey, Lester," and I was like,
"That's annoying."
Who are you talking to?
That's so annoying.
Oh my god, they're
when
roommates.
I was in high school, they called me Pate because I was in ROTC.
Oh yeah.
And I was so annoyed with it throughout all 4 years of being in high school. I'm like, my name's Gregory. It's not. It's
like,
not.
Call me Pate one more time and see how long you hold on to your balls.
I will come up and jack your balls off right now.
I'll jack you off so fucking hard you'll pass out.
Call me gay one more time, see what fucking happens, okay?
I'll let you fuck me so hard. Ooh, that scared me. That's a royalty name for succession rights for the throne. For real, I'm Daenerys Targaryen, the unburnt, the unbroken. First of his name.
First of his name. What a good title.
Her title was cool, but it was also like, girl, relax.
See, you could tell she was gonna be evil because of how long her title was. She's like, I do everything.
Yeah, and Jon was King of the North.
Yeah, King of the North. And that wasn't even until.
Hell yes, I'm reacting to Loki.
I want to watch that.
Loki's gonna be good. I've never even really liked Loki that much.
Right?
It's basically the Umbrella Academy, but Marvel.
Really?
I mean, it's literally the Time Variance Authority. It's the exact same thing that Five works for in Umbrella Academy. Going to different times to fix the timeline and shit. I'm like, it's the same exact thing.
That's gonna be so cool. That's gonna be so cool. It's probably gonna blow Umbrella Academy out of the water.
I prefer bongs. Next would be blunts, and then joints last because I'm terrible at rolling.
What about pipes?
Pipes are really harsh, man. Like,
see, if I was gonna smoke,
like they do the job, and it's less of a hassle, but it hurts. Like every time I smoke out of a pipe, I'm just like, all right. Like, oh my god.
That's because people don't clean their pipes.
Even when you clean it, it's just so direct. Like it's a shorter distance to travel. The smoke is so much hotter. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not my thing. It's kind of like wax. Also, it's like wax gets you real fucking high, but it's so hot, like you can't breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, first take off your shirt. For my interview, I need to be like, okay, first take off your shirt. I'm interviewing all girls tomorrow. I ain't doing that shit. That's gross.
That's sexual harassment if you do it too.
No, that's straight. That's what makes it worse. I don't want that dumb shit in my life.
Get that straight shit out of here.
That's going to be my first question. Are you gay? No? Well, that's all the questions I had for you. Have a great day.
If they say yes, are you single?
No, if they say yes, I'll be like, get the fuck out of my office.
We don't allow gays around here.
I'd be like, we allow one gay at a time. That's me. Goodbye. Okay, like, honestly, though, I don't want to work with other gay people at my job because there's a hairstylist downstairs, and he's so fucking hot. I'm like, he's mine. I refuse to have competition. Anyone else that's gay, I'm firing. Like, they can fucking leave.
Damn, bro. Damn, dude. It's like the people that work for you are on your stream right now.
You never thought of it like the Umbrella Academy? It is, though. What happened?
the people that work for you to watch this stream later.
Right? They're just like, now I know why I got
This
fired.
fucking guy.
Be like,
There's lawsuits.
easy solution, don't be fucking straight. Or no, I forgot. I was like, how about don't be fucking gay, okay? Like, you're gay. I'm like, exactly.
Sugar gay, dude?
You should have got my position. I can't even say like you should have been there before me because almost all of them are like well established. I'm the new one. You need to complete the LGBTQ.
The first time you meet all
What
of
about
them,
it?
just
What do you
shake
mean?
their hand. Are you gay? No? Okay.
All right. Are you good? You're good. You gay? Gay?
You're fired.
Gay? Fired? Gay? Cool. Gay? No? Gay? Fired. You just need a lesbian, bi, trans. Oh, okay, that's true. We can have one of each. We can have one lesbian. We can have one No, I can't. I'm sorry. No, I can't have a bisexual person because they could get that hairstylist from me, and I want him. So we can have a lesbian, and we can have a trans woman who is also a lesbian, or we can have a trans man who is straight.
A trans man who is straight.
Cannot have any gay people in there. No bisexual people, no gay people. I won't stand for it.
What do you got against spies, dude?
Because they could also take my man.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If they're a guy, I guess, because I know he's gay.
Oh, he's for sure gay?
Yeah.
Freaking, that
And
reminds me
he's
of that Dave
so
Chappelle
hot,
joke,
too.
dude, where he's like, and if there's one
What's
thing,
up, Midi?
If there's one thing that gays and lesbians have in common, is they think bis are weird. Do you remember that?
I mean, legitimately, bisexual people get the raw end of the deal when it comes to the LGBT community. And that's super lame, but that was a funny joke.
Yeah, hella funny joke, dude.
But what if I'm gay and not a bottom? I guess you can stay. One lesbian employee, one gay employee, one bi, etc. Sorry, Raimi. Can't have you around as competition. Your token trans lesbian here. Yeah, I'll let you work. I'm sorry, Zakia. I can't have the competition. He's mine. Well, I guess you'd be fine because you're a woman. I can't have any bisexual men. I can't have any gay men. I can't allow it. That man is mine. Psycho subscriber here didn't miss a stream. I'm glad you didn't. Describe him to us. He is well built. It's a nice beard. A lot of tattoos. Very nice. Very friendly.
Specifically how the new mandates.
Has kind of a gruff look, but a soft interior. It's kind of the vibe he gives me, which I'm like, yes. I'm not telling you where he works or where I work because I know what you're doing. We have to work. Yes. Especially if I have to work as hard as I do. God damn, that first day, I could tell they were taking it easy on me, and I still was like, oh, this is a lot. Is he white, mailman? Yeah, he's white. Are you asking if he is a mailman, or are you saying I'm mailman? Have you talked to him yet? I've talked to him. I worked with him back in December. We talked a bit then, and I was introduced as, the assistant manager to him today. He's probably an old man. He's probably either in his late 30s or early 40s. I'm going to just hook up. I don't intend to keep him. You especially get to stay away now. I'm just picturing Johnny Depp right now. No, not even close. Very, very different looking. Who was all those new hoes, though? Like, back in my day, it just used to be me, Rami Too Cool, Zakia, and Justin, these young folks. You're the youngest one in here still, black and conscious. But yeah, it is nice to see all the people. God damn, I was so stressed today about work. I was like, I'm not ready. I made a mistake. I tricked everyone into thinking I'm good enough to do this. But then after doing it, I'm like, okay, I can do this, but I'm gonna have to try. Which is a good thing. It's good to have work that challenges you, but also rewards you. Asking where he worked to be a creepy stalker. I live in Algeria, but if the dick is good, I would try. I know exactly why you're asking, and that's exactly why I'll never tell you. Am I the youngest mentally, though? I will honor your wishes and not answer that. So fresh means don't forget to like the stream. True, true. Thank you, Rami. What is it, Scoob? You tired? Oh, you want to fight. That's what you want to do. Well, I don't have time for that shit, okay? You can be nice to me. How about that? Oh, you're sitting. Oh, you're being a good boy. So, hey, stop licking me. You know I don't like that either. See you later, Zakia. I've been here for a while, but the time zones make it hard to catch your streams. Yeah, sorry about that. Now my shifts are later in the day, too, so I can only do a stream later in the day unless it's a day off. You gotta go to bed, too? Fuck, everyone's leaving. Good night, Too Cool Dancing. What do you see yourself in 5 years is the most hated interview questions. I mean, the basic answer to that question, I think, should always be, with this company, I plan to advance my career and move up within this company. So hopefully in 5 years, I still will be. Like, that is the answer. Anyone saying either the real answer or, like, their ultimate goal and dream, you failed that question. You're supposed to just be like, I am committed to this company. Acting bougie as fuck and you think you're killing the house with this shirt. I didn't even... I didn't say anything. Why are you making fun of me? This is the only black collared shirt I had and needed to wear it for work. I think it looks okay. The stream is helping me finish my last final. Good, I'm glad. Is it? Oh, yeah, I guess it is time for all the finals. It's May. I'm gonna be that person right now, and I just can't believe it's May already. Like, my life is just flying by, and I'm not okay with it anymore. I someday want to answer doing a better job than you. You're definitely not going to get the job if you say that, but it'd be worth it just to see someone's reaction, just for one job. Oh. What? They're calling me bougie, and you're sitting over there with your arms crossed, your head held up all high looking at me. Who do you think you are? That's what I thought. What are you staring at? I was supposed to go to rehearsals for Pride, but my gay mother in London acting weird. Just keep pushing for it, Black and Conscious. Make sure they know what you want. Otherwise, it's probably not going to happen. But if they know what you want, chances definitely go way up. You keep reading bougie as boogie. I got a hookup line to get you your mans. Just say, let's play Mexican party. I'm the pinata, and you can break me with your bat. What the fuck? I don't... Okay, you know what? If that works, I don't know if that's the person I want to be with. Or maybe I do. Something to think about, I suppose. But I don't think I'm going to say that to anyone. My gay mother is the type to tell us what we want. That's a lot of mothers, okay. And it's annoying every time. I feel like my mom always has let me do what I want, though. She's like, is that what you want? Go for it. Which is nice. She just doesn't like me, I don't know, like going on roller coasters because it makes her afraid. What if he has a real bet? That's a good point. What if he just like kills me? You're glowing. Who toasted your buns in the bedroom, mister? Oh, I'm just really high right now. That's the only glow coming off of me. Going back to Adventure Dome soon? I've been thinking about it. But I also kind of want to just save my money for the Cedar Point trip. Because that's going to be expensive. Never date your coworkers. Yeah, I agree with that. But he's down in the salon. I'm up in the spa. Like, I'm down there too, but I'm up there more. It would be a bad idea, I know. But, like, he's tempting me. How was that bruise? What bruise are you guys, like, referring to? I saw someone mention that in a comment, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't remember having any bruises. In all my years of topping, I know that, like, spill or keep your business. No, I, like, really haven't done anything with anybody. I don't have time. Maybe someday. But right now, I'm too focused. Except at this exact particular moment for the stream. I really haven't. So why haven't done anything? I've been busy. I'm either filming a video for you guys, except for the last like week, because you know the family emergency and everything. But I'm either working at my job or I'm making videos. So I'm just too busy. I don't know where I'm supposed to fit the hookup into all that and still maintain a schedule. I'm sure there's a way, but I'm having difficulty finding it. Something is going to happen before June. What do you mean? Why does that sound so ominous? During lunch break, like most of us. What are you talking about? Oh, I do get an hour lunch break. An hour's not enough time, alright? And now I feel like it's slightly encouraged to not take a full hour break at my job. No one said outright, because, you know, really shouldn't, but to me, I felt like it was implied, like, if you want to shorten your break, that would be better. I'm gonna defy science and the law of physics, become the first team vampire. I mean, that'd be cool, just don't kill me. Watch, I'm gonna find some radioactive shit. Honestly, if anyone will, it probably would be you. Between you and the grandpa hairstylist. Did you really just call a 30-something person a grandpa? I'm about to be 30 in a couple years. Never compromise your breaks unless you're a stockholder on the company. I mean, sometimes it's not even about, like, looking good. It's just, like, we're so short-staffed, like, shit's gonna go downhill if you don't jump in. So, yeah, it's not really like, impress us, show us that we can milk you for all you're worth. It's more like, please help us. We're dying here. When did you turn 30, Michael? And I think I made so many jokes. I'm not 30 yet. I'm 27. But this year I'm turning 28. So 2 years from now, technically, not this moment, but, 2 consecutive years later, I'll be 30. God, that's fucking wild. Oh well. I don't have the energy to freak out about it anymore. That was actually pretty funny. Age jokes are dated. No, yeah, I'm learning to convince myself that yes, I'm still young, even though thinking about turning 30 kind of freaks me out. Twenty 23 and me. What are you talking about? Growing up is not caring about age anymore. Yeah, that's definitely partially true. Oh, you're just a year behind me. So yeah, you get what I mean. Like, it's kind of freaky, but yeah, I just don't have the energy to like worry about it all that much anymore. I'm just like, well, there's nothing I can do to change it, so just embrace it. I'll be the 30-year-old that looks like he's 14. There's worse fates, for sure. Growing up is not caring. Okay, yes, I read that. I just know I got some sort of European and Asian in me. Oh, the 23andMe genetic test. It's like, what in the hell are you talking about? I kind of want to take a DNA test though, just see what I find out. Do you think people will take you seriously in regards to you looking so young? No, they will not. That will be my toughest challenge, especially in my assistant manager position, is to convince people of any authority that I have. Because I look so young, they're like, nah, you look way too young for that. I'm not going to listen to some kid about whatever. So I'll have to, I don't know, present myself in a way where I'm like, no, I'm not taking your shit. Like, I am this age, I am in this position, and this is how it's going to be. But I also don't want to be a dick, so I have to kind of play it smoothly, which I will try to do. You like 21, 23? I'll take it. That's still pretty young, but yeah, I'll take that. Don't lie. Damn it. I don't know why, but I can see you finding out you're 2% African and walking on a stream with a... You know damn well I would never do that. But if I did find out I was 2% African, I'd be like... Well, actually, though, I feel like that would make me feel really bad. Just because the implications of that... It's very highly likely that, one particular thing happened in that situation. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to think about that. I don't want to be related to that. But I sure as fuck I'm not going to be doing any dreadlocks, wearing a dashiki or church shoes, so don't worry about that. I have the same problem. People say I'm 15. That's what I'm saying. It's so fucking irritating. I'm like, take me seriously. I'm a man. I feel like that's the perception of other people looking at me doing anything. They're just like, oh, that's cute. Like, I'm older than you. Like 17. I feel like that is more true. I already know I had colonizers in my family because how's my African and Native American and Spanish ass last name Cooper? You got a good point there. And yeah, that's just about one of the whitest last names I've ever heard as well. I can't think of one whiter off the top of my head. So I think that's true. But, oh shit, okay, yeah, it is 10 o'clock. Or it's just about to be. So I'm gonna wrap up this stream right here. I've got a couple things I'm gonna need to do before I go to bed, and then I got a long ass day tomorrow. So like I said, I will try to have a video out by like Thursday, Wednesday if I'm like really busting my ass. And I'll try to get back on a schedule, but like I said, but the new job and everything, it's like a big adjustment, so it's kind of hard to get on a schedule. I wish there was someone I had to do before bed, but no. It's work stuff. So yeah, good night everybody, or good morning wherever you are. Hope to see you all soon. I'll try and do another live stream, but I cannot promise any kind of schedule right now. You know, I'm just kind of winging it. So I will see you all later, whenever that might be. And that's about it.